Democrats have continued their success in special elections since President Trump was elected. This week, Adelita Grijalva won a special election in Arizona's 7th congressional district. She succeeds her late father, Congressman Raul Grijalva, and will serve out the remaining 15 months of his term. Grijalva's win narrows the Republican majority in the House, and she will have an immediate impact once sworn in. She'll become a potential 218th signature of a bipartisan effort to force the release of the Epstein files. Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva of Arizona joins us now. Representative-elect, thank you so much for being here this morning. I want to start off because, as we noted, you very well could be a key vote in that discharge petition to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. Do you know when your swearing in is going to be? It doesn't appear to be on the calendar yet.
I really don't. Initially there were votes on the 29th and 30th. 30th is a pro forma day, so I could be sworn in that day. Historically, just recently, 2 weeks ago, my future colleague, Representative Walkinshaw from Illinois, Virginia was elected on a Tuesday and sworn in no less than 24 hours later. So I was hoping that would be the same kind of system that's set up for me, but apparently that's not the case.
Congresswoman-elect, what has the Speaker's office, what have you heard from your future leader, Hakeem Jeffries, why yours appears to be so different then? Why are we waiting so long for you to get sworn in?
It really it's all the Speaker's discretion. And so Leader Jeffries has been communicating with our team, very eager to get me on. I will be in D.C. on the 29th to caucus with my future colleagues. And so my hope is that I can get sworn in that 30th, but I don't know. And then realistically, I'm a mom of 3 kids. I want my husband and my kids there. And logistically, I just don't know. Everything's a real question mark at this point. It's very frustrating.
But Johnson nor his team have given you any indication of why? Is there a question of, they want the certified election results?
Well, the issue really is, in the last 3 specials, they've all taken the unofficial counts when there is no dispute. In my case, the spread is almost 40 points. There is no, I am the clear winner. There is no runoff. There's no special, recount. And so there is no reason for it. But if that is the case in Arizona, in this district, we have 6 different counties. Each county has to approve the canvas for the official, and the deadline for that is October 14th. So I'm hoping the counties will, do this as quickly as possible, but some may not have an incentive to.
Sorry, we're going down this rabbit hole, but so do you think we'll be waiting until mid-October for you to get sworn in officially?
I really hope not. If, let's say, it's the first official day of votes, then that would be October 7th. October 30th, September 30th is a pro forma day. October 3rd is a pro forma day. So the Speaker's office has the information from our Secretary of State here in Arizona with the information that has been provided in the past for the most recent swearing-ins.
And I'm wondering if you can also confirm
why the rules are different here in Tucson.
Some life planning needs to be done. But I'm wondering, I think you've confirmed it in other interviews and shows, but do it on our show. Can you confirm that you are planning on signing the discharge petition to force the release of the Epstein documents?
I absolutely will be that decisive 218th signer.
And what can you just talk a little bit about what that means to you? This has obviously been a persistent topic of conversation over this entire first year of the administration, really.
Well, so much of it is about transparency. And, when this administration was coming in, Trump was saying, day one, I'm going to release those Epstein files. And then there's been this huge delay. And so you have to wonder what is in those files that is causing so much stress for this administration. So to push the vote, I think, is very critical. And it also gives voice to the victims, allowing them to have their day of justice. And the people that perpetrated need to have their day of justice as well.
Congresswoman-elect, you just went through a campaign. You've been talking a lot to voters in your district. What are you hearing from them? Are they satisfied with your party leadership and how they are confronting this administration? Because we've been hearing from voters, from some former Democratic electeds who say that they think the current party leadership isn't up to the job.
No, what I've heard is they want to see us fighting for them. Our voters want to see us fighting for them. It's not just fighting against Trump. It's like, what are you fighting for? So right now, the Democrats are fighting for access to quality health care and making sure that that is a right. People should have quality health care, fighting against the cuts to Medicare and Medicaid and allowing those extensions for the ACA. I mean, those are things that are critical, and that's going to have a huge impact on people throughout our community. Our economy is devastating. Local business owners, mom and pop stores, parents. I mean, the cost of everything is going up. And I think, unfortunately, too many people at tables where decisions are being made are not recently in the grocery store, not having to make those decisions whether they're going to buy groceries or take their child to the doctor or buy that or get that necessary medication. Our community wants us to fight for working families, and that's what we need to do. And I feel like this leadership is convalescing around that idea that we need to get to work to fight for the American people.
Congresswoman-elect, really quickly in the short time that we have left, I want to show some video of this ICE agent that I assume that you've seen shoving a woman to the ground. It's harrowing video. This is in New York's 26 Federal Plaza. The spokeswoman for the Department of Homeland Security said the officer's conduct in the video is unacceptable beneath the men and women of ICE. An investigation is underway, and he's been relieved of his current duties. Immigration is obviously something that moves the people of Arizona. It is something that you guys deal with on a daily basis. I'm curious your reaction to this video we've seen.
This scene is playing out throughout our district on a regular basis. I saw it around the corner where I pump gas. My son and I were there, and we have video very similar to that. And so, unfortunately, that reality is playing out every day. And we see it on the Tohono O'odham Nation. We see it throughout, we're a border community. We have the three main ports of entry with Mexico and Arizona are in District 7. And so what we are so frustrated with is this completely unchecked power and corruption that is going on throughout this administration, but you see it play out with ICE. There is no due process. You have people that are masked, that have no insignias, driving up in regular cars, grabbing people off the streets. People are literally disappearing off our streets. And so we have to fight back against that. We have to. And that's what our community wants to see. I mean, I believe very strongly the reason why I am in this position is to let people know what it's like to live in constant fear of somebody showing up and taking you, whether you have the legal status or not. They're not even asking questions.
Congresswoman-elect Adelita Grijalva, thank you so much for coming on. We will be on the lookout to see when you're sworn in.